Hey folks, Steven here with Noble Arms, Firearms Education and Training. Here to bring y'all a review video. I'm out here at our family property, which will also be the home of the Noble Arms range. Still gonna take a while. A lot of work still has to be done, but I'm getting it done. I got materials and everything to start making walls for the backstop, and it's hopefully within this next year it'll be a reality. I'm really excited for it. Lots of potential. I'll kind of show y'all a little bit of where I plan on putting it and whatnot. So it's going to be great. It's going to be a great place to train, and I might even make it a members only type of shooting place, you know. That way you can come out and shoot and not get ripped off. And yeah, it'll be nice if you don't mind a little trip. We are out here in the sticks. But anyways, so the review I got, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but because of certain circumstances that we no longer have to worry about have now been alleviated, I can do it. So without further ado, here I have the Palmetto State Armory AKP. This is a pistol per our own law. The brace is the whole reason why. This little thing is pretty freaking outstanding. And that really goes to say something when you're talking about an American-made AK. American-made AKs have gotten a lot of crap, and I'm not going to say that it's not for good reason. At the time that stereotype was established, it was legit. It was. But we've come so far from that point. It's still kind of spewed over in people's minds when they think American-made AK. They're like, eh. But that's just from word of mouth that has just continued to spread throughout time. I promise you with this thing, that's not the case. So far I've put well over 500 rounds through this thing, and it is holding great. I haven't even cleaned it. The rivets and everything are nice and solid. They are in place well. The workmanship was done very well. Let me take off my sling here. I have added a few things. I have added a more aggressive extending charging handle, a cheap red dot, and a little grip here in the front. Now, in case you didn't know, yes, this is still, or it is now back to being classified as a pistol. But if you put a vertical foregrip on this thing, it will magically become a short barrel rifle, and without the tax stamp and all that, you're going to be a felon. So that's why a lot of guys with pistols like this, you'll see them using this type of grip. It's a Magpul one. Can't really remember the name off the top of my head, but it's very common. I have no doubt that y'all have seen it everywhere. 10.5-inch barrel. We got a classic tanker style muzzle brake. The sights are very similar to that of a crank AK, which is to say that they're crap. In a pinch, I could use iron sights, but if I don't have to, I won't. It's the one thing I don't like about AKs, is the damn sights. I can use it if I have to, but I don't want to. Anyways, on the back here, I'll also put a cheap optic, correction, an affordable optic. My definition of cheap is it's low in price as well as quality. This was low in price, I know words, but it's actually working out. It's actually showing to be pretty reliable, and it's hanging in there. Again, 500 rounds. I want to say I've put at least, I don't know, 250, 300 rounds with it through this with the optic on. Still holding zero. Battery's still hanging in there. It hasn't died on me randomly. This is from AE Advanced Optics. It's pretty awesome. I want to say I spent, what was it? Maybe 140, 150 bucks on this site. And again, it's turning out to be an affordable site with good quality. I'm enjoying it. It's still going on. It is a 4 MOA, which is not bad considering what I'm using it for. So I'm liking it a lot. I've also put in this advanced safety switch because unlike the rest of you out there, I'm correct-handed, but they don't make these correct-handed friendly for in the AK platform, so I had to get this. So now I have this little guy here to help me deactivate, engage and disengage the safety, because I'm correct-handed. Now I know it's a right-handed world, but trust me when I say it's this guy's left hand that's helping you go into the right direction. All right, so grip, advanced charging handle. There's nothing wrong with the originals, but this is just so much nicer. It's real aggressive. It gives you a lot more surface area to make contact with, to rack it. It's just, it makes you feel better about what it is that you're doing. And again, I put the safety on there. Eventually I'll be putting a more advanced paddle release. It'll be, it's kind of built into the trigger guard so that you could just use it a little more friendly. Here I have to stretch my hand to use this classic style. So I'm going to eventually be putting one on here that allows for the lever to be kind of built in or alongside the trigger guard. Very similar to a CZ Scorpion. Oh, that's right. I haven't shown y'all this one either, but we'll save that for another day. But as you can see with the CZ Scorpion, the mag release is built into the trigger guard, making it a lot easier to release that magazine. Again, that's a different video. Back to the AKP. It's running wonderfully. Again, typically American-made AKs get a lot of bad rap, especially when it comes to the quality of the rivets and the cycling of the action. But this one, again, I haven't cleaned it. 500 rounds, 500 plus rounds. Haven't cleaned it. Now, I'm not going to say that it's Zastava smooth, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. It's not Zastava smooth, but it's definitely a lot better than your average. So there it is, folks, the AKP. I really like it. I am something of an AK guy. I find the platform fascinating. Plus, it's very friendly, aside from the safety. It's very friendly towards correct-handed people, because I could just reach over, do mag changes, and rack the charging handle without having to switch hands or do any of this rigmarole, this crazy wannabe Spetsnaz things that you right-handed people like to do. Yeah, I don't have to do that because I'm left-handed, correct? So I just have to go whoop, and get back into it. So that's what's awesome about being a lefty. It's got some QD mounts, or a QD mount rather, here in the back of the stock. Let me adjust this. It is adjustable. If I marked mine, there it is. This aluminum tube right here, the paint on it is not very good. This is going to wear pretty easily, but what I did was I marked it. I took a screwdriver or anything and just marked the hole, so that way you always know exactly where to put it. If not, you can always just put it in the pit of your arm, kind of adjust it as you need it, and go from there. All right, so enough talking. Let's put some rounds down range with this, and let's see what she can do. Got my ears here. These are Walker's power muffs. I have not really been one for fancy hearing protection, and for maybe a lot of you watching right now, these aren't considered fancy, but just know that when I don't have ear pro to go shoot because I forgot it or for whatever reason, I just put a couple of rounds in my ears, put the flat end towards my ear, and bam, hearing protection. So when I say that these are fancy to me, that's why, okay? Usually I'm dealing with the squishies or just regular muffs. Never have really cared about anything fancy. But I have learned in training, these are pretty good because when you turn them on, everything's amplified to an extent. So I can talk to my student at a normal tone of voice and they can hear me. There is none of this, hey, do this and blah, blah, blah. And then the student goes, what? I've seen it happen. So they are pretty helpful in that regard. So I'll give them that. They're helpful. Why am I still talking? Let's put some rounds downrange. We just got some steel. I want to say these are steel Tula rounds, 7.62 by 39. And let's just have a little fun with her. That's one thing I forgot to mention. Single stage trigger. That did take a little bit of getting used to. I'm pretty set on 2-stage triggers, but this one only comes with a 1, and it's actually not bad. The trigger itself isn't bad. I like it, it works, but again, I prefer that 2-stage. There's no wall. For those of you that are not aware of a single stage trigger, basically there's no wall. Usually when you fire, especially a pistol, you feel that point come in where it's called the wall. It feels like the trigger's not going to go anywhere, but you put a little bit more pressure, then bam, the shot cracks off. So that's a 2-stage trigger. This one, you don't have that distinctive wall that feels like it's stopping you. It just continuously goes through. Here's the reset. Again, not that great, but it's not bad. It's definitely something I can live with. Your experience may vary, and that's okay. There's AK parts out there everywhere. AKs have come so far from where they were. You can accessorize these things just like you can an AR-15. There is somebody out there that makes a different rail system, that makes something different so that you can attach all the things that you want. Lights, lasers, red dots, you know, all your cool guy stuff. So it's possible, folks. What did I pay? I want to say at the time, because this was over a year ago, I want to say it all came out to about $1,000. I'm including taxes and all that too. Came out to about $1,000. However, it also came with 10 of these PMags. Now, I'm not exactly sure if these are like a 1 generation or 2nd generation, but it came with 10 of these PMags, and they're all working just fine. Just to give you a little idea as to how old I may be. When polymer mags first came out, when I got my first AK, when they first started making these, you'd have to sit and do this time and time and time and again to break them in, to get the shavings off the side, because since the AK wasn't claimed by an individual, it was claimed by a nation, and that nation let all these other nations do it. There's so many different variants as well as dimensions for all of them. So that gives you a little idea as to how long I've been shooting an AK. When they first came out with polymer mags, you had to break in the polymer mags by putting them in and out to get them to fit so that they would constantly cycle. So yeah, might have given my age away a little bit, but fuck it, I don't care. But it's awesome. Even for a 7.62 on a pistol, with this pistol brace, the recoil is not bad. It's not bad at all. It's very manageable. It's so manageable, in fact, I had I want to say she's 14. My 14-year-old tiny petite niece, or not niece, no, not niece, cousin, sorry. I'm not that old yet. My cousin, little petite thing. She's maybe about yay high, real skinny, tiny little thing. And she operated this thing. After about a mag or two, she operated it just fine. She figured out how to use her body mechanics to help her with the weight, and she was able to be consistent in all her shots. She was aiming at a bullseye, but it was hitting just low of it because she wasn't compensating for the side of her bore. But it was consistent, which means she's doing the exact same thing. All she needed to do was aim a little higher to actually hit what it is she wanted. But yeah, again, that little petite thing did real well, and it was very consistent. I was very proud of her. Let's do some more. Oh, that is so nice. Well, there it is for you folks. The Palmetto State Armory AKP. Now, if you buy this, it does not come with a sight. It doesn't come with a better safety, charging handle, or the grip. You gotta kind of imagine this without all that, and that's what you're getting. But it's great. It's an American-made AK that doesn't suck, and that is awesome. Folks, if y'all have any questions, comments, let me know down below. As I'm filming on this day, it is Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, commonly known as Black Friday. So while all you crazy extroverts are out there running amok, trying to save money, introverts like myself are saying, fuck that. I'm just going to get all my shit online and have it delivered. Because that's the way I do it. Which is ironic, considering how just yesterday we were talking about how thankful we are for everything that we have. We human beings are amazing creatures. But anyways, that's why I'm filming this on Black Friday. If I don't get a chance, it'll probably be a few days until I post this. Service and whatnot out here is not all that great. Then again, that's partially the point. But again, folks, if y'all have any questions, need to do any shopping, I want to put down a little link in the description below, so you can click that link and get a little shopping done. Perhaps you need a little, some supplies and whatnot. Supplies. All right. Again, folks, I hope y'all got something out of this. I look forward to seeing y'all again in the next video. God bless. Stay safe. And keep trading.